live. That was like a take that I didn't like. So for once, YouTube didn't delete it. I did. I just didn't like it. And I think like 10 people watched that anyway. Anyhow, let's see here. It is a Monday. I don't even know what day it is. November 6th. Yeah, that was the problem. I missed the class today, or I was there an hour early, or they were there an hour late, but actually I was the one that was early. They were correct. But see, there are certain states that don't do the fallback thing or the spring forward thing because daylight savings is silly. But anyway, let's start from the top. I have my little cue card here. So and let's see here. I've got some props. Oh, what's that? What's that? Donald Trump told us to drink bleach. Silly Donald Trump. Oh, what's this? This you should know about that for sure. That this is worth it. Whether it's this brand or whatever brand, but and anthrastaxin is you will notice when you take this stuff, or more likely use it for a month and then stop taking it, and you will notice when you stop taking it. That's my test. Let's see here. But yeah, if you don't know about this, find out about this. This does it's hard too, because wow, this is just 100% not to diagnose or treat anything. You just use it for purifying water. That's all it's good for. Other than that, you would never want this stuff. So anyway, find out about this stuff. Let's see here. Got one person watching. Cool. And a thumbs up already. Cool. Thanks. All right. So check it out. I talked about this last time. I have now numerous people that have figured out that just maybe, just possibly, some things may have happened that they haven't told you about. Or things might not be the way they appear. Just saying. This right here was everything I used to get on an airplane. And my punishment for being or not showing a what do you call a sanctioned U.S. official ID. Well, first off, that corporation is bankrupt. Donald forced it into receivership. When was that? I believe that was June 20th, 2020, and then they dissolved the thing. This corporation is still an ongoing concern. The other corporation is fucking bankrupt and gone. So I think we're at the point now, Kurt and others, where what am I repudiating citizenship of when the corporation no longer exists? Just quickly. Just thinking about it. But we have this de facto thing that's still running. But my punishment for using this thing and basically is, hey, your corporation's bankrupt. This one still works. This one still issues IDs. Was to have a really good-looking local girl in a TSA uniform escort me wherever I went. She had to stand there by my side because, I could be a threat because I wouldn't tell them that I was a U.S. citizen because I'm not. United States of America. And there's now the word using U.S. national and so on. I think it's just United States of America, but U.S. national, in fact, is defined in the code. And do I have that? Of course, I'm not going to have that ready. I'll make another video, and these will come a little more often. What I have here is Military Claims Act. Oh, but maybe I can go look at the other ones that I looked up recently. under Cornell, and then that will give it to you quickly. But the idea being is that, actually, American national is defined. And see, this is the thing. There is a pedigree. There is a pedigree to the words that we use, and that pedigree goes like this. First, in the code or whatever, they'll tell you what the words mean. This is why you define your words in your documents that you send to them. And second, Black's Law Dictionary. And you probably want fourth, fifth, or sixth, because these later editions, the latest edition is woke. Oh, man. Anyway, but the idea is that you want to define the words and know what the words mean. And there's a big kerfluffle over the word national. So I'm an American. I was born in Illinois. That makes me an Illinoisan. I was born not in a corporation. I was born in a place called Cook County. That's the city of Chicago. And that would make me an American, not a United States citizen, which they tricked me into applying for, because you have to apply to become a U.S. citizen. I'm going to pull my documents here in the next couple of days. They're just packed up, and I took a little break, but now I'm really diving back in because I joined a couple of groups, and there is some misinformation. And see, I've gone down some of the rabbit holes. Some of these guys are just going down, and it's great. It's a rabbit hole. Go down it and check it out. But then realize that it's a rabbit hole, like HJR 192. I'll say it again. Don't use HJR 192 on any of your paperwork, because that will flag you for a person that hasn't done enough research. Or maybe I should say a man or a woman who hasn't done enough research. Anyway, this right here, I'm telling you one more time, or perhaps over and over again until you're sick of hearing it. This was the ID that I used. Okay, so I'm just going to ramble around. That one thing should tell you that maybe, just maybe, things aren't the way it seems. So anyway, I'm going through security with a hot local chick in a uniform, and she's tall too. She's like almost my height, and good looking. Anyway, she was assigned to me because I could be a threat, because I didn't have a driver's license or a state of Hawaii ID or whatever. Oh, and by the way, here's a PSA for Maui. Go to Maui if you've got the means. Go for Thanksgiving, maybe you go for Christmas, but go to Maui. Go to Maui and spend some money, because I went through that airport and nobody there. It was like the old days, right? I cruised right up to the front of TSA. There was no long winding. Normally, Maui airport is just a clusterfuck of tourists trying to get to wherever they're trying to go. And I mean, TSA just, right? And these guys just, violate everybody's rights, and the sheep just go through. Maybe there was a shoe bomber one day, and maybe there was somebody had a bomb in their underwear, so they get to, right? And now I got to go through this machine that backscatter radiation. I can go for days on this little topic here, because just have you done your research when it comes to what they used that certain event on the 11th day of what month was that? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Oh, that's right. The 9th month. I'm just fucking around with the with the algorithms, because dudes, I have had, let me just read this to you. Check out how long it's been. Wait a second here. YouTube has we removed your content. 100th monkey. Because it violates our medical misinformation policy. The video was Ron Paul banking crimes, lots of work to do. You know how long ago that video was? I mean, that was back when Ron Paul was running for president. I mean, this is how far back they're going into my content and removing it. This is 1984 all over the place. Orwell told you all about this. It contains the words that go with this thing. See my poorly drawn picture of that? Yeah. So now every time you see that, you know what I'm talking about. And now you also might understand why we had to use code words in many of the books. Oh, and I didn't explain. This was Halloween, and I keep wanting to make this video because I grew this thing out, and then so I'm not going to shave it off until I get this video up because, like I said, last video I took down and so forth. So anyway, I got my shades, got my fro going on, got my silky Aloha shirt, got my Magnum PI porn stash, got my encyclopedia. Okay, there's a lot of code in here. Why do we have to use code? Exactly for the reason that I can't talk about certain things, and I got to fool algorithms with badly drawn, right? Okay, can you see where I'm going with some? Here's my notes. Okay. So, and then I'm not going through the backscatter radiation. So the backscatter radiation machine, which, by the way, if you go look in New Jersey and New York, where they first put these machines in so that what's his name could make lots and lots of money, go look at who owns the machines and who was, bald-headed satanic motherfucker. Put all these machines in our airports, and then you're supposed to walk through them. I said no. The guy, so I got my good-looking TSA escort, and the guy's like, are you sure you don't want to go through the backscatter radiation machine? And I was like, no, and I don't want you to have a bioscan of me either. So no. He's like, that means I have to search you, I'm like, yeah, it's my first time traveling. Fuck you. Anyway, I didn't say that, but I mean, right? Okay, I'm already in trouble because the only thing they have is this. Because I'm going to tell you one more time, things may not be the way they tell you they are. In fact, there may be a lot of wagging the dog going on your TV set if you still are tuning into that. You can't help it because even, I don't think we even have a TV in here. We have computers though, and every once in a while you're going to be exposed. Real quick, get some of this. Oh my God, get some of this. Anyhow, so I'm like, no, I'm not going through the backscatter machine. And he's like, so that means I'm going to have to, put my hands down your pants, basically, is what he's saying. I'm like, yeah. Next time, get a job I actually did say this. Next time, get a job where you don't violate people's rights. Anyway, and he's like, right, one of those, right? Oh, yeah, one of these, yeah, one of those guys. See, that's the flag you want, not the war flag, not let's support both sides and make a ton of money, while the children, the babies just come with the scenery. Anyhow, so I get through there, and and the other thing they tell you immediately when you only use this, right? They don't say, no, you can't get on. And I had bets with lots of friends because they didn't think I would be able to get on an airplane. In fact, one friend, I had to call him after I did get on because he was waiting around because he was still pretty skeptical. And speaking of that, all these guys actually had me at the point where I was questioning what I knew to be true. But no, this got me on the airplane. But see what happens when you hang around with slaves or the slave mentality? You start to question yourself, even when you shouldn't be questioning yourself. Anyhow, so I get on the plane. Oh, wait, too far ahead. We went too far. Basically, we go over to and he asks me all the questions, right? And he tells me, reads the thing out, and he's by law, I have to tell you, you ain't got no law. What you got is code, right? Statute. So he tells me, explains to me, do you need a private room? I'm like, and I made fun of him. And he's like, all right, then I'm going to search you right here. I'm like, yes. Okay. So he goes through and he does the full on search and they give you a little extra and pretend like they don't like it. and now my escort finally has to leave because I've passed security. They've rifled all through my stuff. Oh, and in my stuff, there's a little side note. I had this because I was going to read it on the plane, which I never got to read on the plane because I sat next to interesting people who talked my ear off the whole time. It was great. Usually it's the other way around. I usually talk their ears off, but this time it was the other way around. But anyway, he looks at that and reads it, puts it back in my stuff, pushes my stuff away. He's like, I mean, I can see. He's like, I'm not searching this stuff anymore because it's at a distance, right? And this other guy's like, and he keeps going through, rifling through my stuff. But the one guy was just like, yeah, I'm not doing it. Anyway, I thought that was amusing. And then I got my stuff, and then I got on a plane. And I used this right here. See this right here? Yeah. You guys are like, oh, I gotta get a real ID. Oh, I gotta get a 5-star passport. Oh, I gotta get it. All right, do it. And I'm gonna get a passport eventually, because I would have to do a lot of smooth talking and show some other paperwork if I tried to get across a border with this, right? But traveling inside the corporation, where the corporation says they have control. But understand. And I just got into a conversation like this with a couple of unwilling participants. Residence. When they ask you what your residence is, they're asking you if you live in Washington, D.C. They're not going to tell you that, but that's what residency is. You're a resident. You're a I'm a non-resident alien of Washington, D.C., but they're considering you to be a resident alien, right? Legal, right? Permanent resident alien of Washington, D.C. You're not. Further, you're not a U.S. citizen. And I have documentation that will show you this. I sent in some simple Freedom of Information requests. I notified the courts. I told everybody I could possibly tell. Where else do I want to go with this? Because there's a lot of stuff you want to talk about, but you can't talk about it unless you use lots of code, because otherwise your videos get flagged and taken down. And like I said, they're digging deep now into my content. And see, this is the thing. People are like, oh, you're still on YouTube, and maybe he's a plant, or, one of them guys. I can assure you I'm not one of them guys by any stretch of the imagination. And but that is a good litmus test, because most people that are on YouTube, they are the Judas goats, right? They will give you some kind of cockamamie process and templates or whatever, and tell you, oh yeah, I use these and blah blah, and then you use them and get in trouble. Once again, don't reference HJR 192. I'm just telling you, don't do it. Public Law 7310, I believe, is the one you want. Oh, and then here's the other thing. I'll put this over here. Again, I'm just going to go over it again and again. I made a whole video about this, and it actually got quite a few views, and they haven't taken it down. Oh, boo. I can't figure out why my fans kick on, but you can now hear them in the background, and then it makes this video sound like I have a wind tunnel going on. All because I'm looking for this, which is, yes, very good. The fact that these people should have a, page can't be found. All right, hold on a second. Let me just refresh the page. But anyway, it is You Are Law. Oh, and there's another thing I wanted to do. We're going to go look at Dun & Bradstreet, but I can't share my screen. But I can put the link in there, and hopefully it'll work for you. But a lot of times you got to do your own search. But I can put a... Dude, I know it's here. What the hell? So I turn my fans on for nothing. Well, I can get rid of that, yeah. I can actually get rid of that. Okay. That's Title 46. How is this possible that I pulled it up because I knew I was going to make this video. This is where you want to be on 2x speed for sure. All right, well, let's go here just for fun. But what I wanted to talk about is the fact that these guys don't have bonds. That's bonds for the win, but it's title. Yeah, what the heck? It's not there. I must have closed the tab. Now I got to go look at it again. I apologize for the interruption. All right. And there you go. I'm going to put the link over here. It's UR Law. And I'm going to put it right here for you guys. Well, thank you for that. Okay. That right there is why the oath of office matters and how to win. And see, what I think has happened is that we've just figured out that these guys don't even have oath of office. And nobody bothered to ask all this time. But if you go in and take a good look, they don't have legitimate oaths of office. So anyway, that link right there, and I'll put it down below in the comments after this thing, if I keep it, because I'm probably not going to keep it because I won't like this take either, and I'm going to wind up deleting this video. But anyway, oath of office does in fact matter. I'm going to have to do another take until I finally get this together, and I don't know why that wasn't open. I swear to God, I had that open so I could share it easily. But anyway, I wanted you to see that because everybody I've asked for an oath of office doesn't have an oath of office. Now, here is some fun stuff. Oh, and then I go straight to it. What the? Here is some fun stuff. This is Dun & Bradstreet. And Dun & Bradstreet, ooh, that's the money issue. Nope. Dun & Bradstreet, if you look up state of Hawaii, go to Dun & Bradstreet, and I'm going to put the link right here. Like I said, I don't know if you'll be able to render it because sometimes it won't show you. But go over to Dun & Bradstreet and put in state of Hawaii. I think you may be slightly surprised at what you get. I was, because they tell you, they hide nothing from us. We're just silly. All right, state of Hawaii. They have a DUNS number, and it's not listed here because you got to get it by email, and I've given it to you about 100 times. Look at my past videos. But if you look up state of Hawaii, they do business as, the overview, doing business as the Hawaii Employer Union Health Benefits Trust Fund. That's state of Hawaii doing business, because state of Hawaii is a corporation, and that corporation is the Hawaii Employer Union Health Benefits Trust Fund. The key principal, Josh Green. We call him governor. Let's see here. There's a bunch of other stuff, but right there, once again, one more time. Maybe, just maybe, that guy got on the plane. Was it one of the, right? I showed this to the people in Costco, and they're always like, "What?" And this other lady on the street that I was talking to, and she goes, "What do you mean? What do you mean? You can't get on an airplane with a Costco card?" I did it, and I have numerous witnesses. Things may not be the way they tell you they are. Just saying. But state of Hawaii is a corporation, and that is a franchise of United States Corporation. And then it turns out we've all been made franchises of United States Corporation, except for one minor difference. And here's the thing. My birth date is 5 days different from the in legis, from the all caps name birth date, and the birth registration is not the same as the birth certificate. That was my grandma's doing. All right. So it's a tangled web, but there's this public trust. It's a Cessna K trust. And this guy right here, and see, they try to confuse you because notice how this thing is dead. It's a dead thing. So they put the dead thing with the picture, and see, that's not me. That's a picture of me. Who's me? Me is the thing that they created with the birth certificate. That's me. I, on the other hand, a living man, am the what is it? I'm the source. Um, I'm the original issue. I'm the thing that came first, and then afterwards they made this thing in all caps, and it was registered like that. And I can pull out those documents, but I'm not going to. But I have the actual original documents in the actual original envelope that my mother got, and she tried to get the document that had my footprints on it, but they wouldn't give it to her. But I do have a copy of the long form. You need to use that long form when you apply for your passport because that long form has a doctor's signature on it. And you can apostille if you want to. I don't think you need to. They're going to return it to you, actually, when you put it in there. And if you go to a passport office, better yet. But you can send it through the mail, and they'll actually mail it back to you. And just to ensure the thing, you may want to give them a self-addressed stamped envelope. But that document proves that there are two different entities that they are trying to connect. Paper and flesh cannot be put together as much as they want to try. And see, they had me fooled. Certainly, I woke up in court. One day I went, what? While I was in court, in front of a judge, standing there thinking on my feet, I just went, oh, that's a bad time to wake up. Anyhow, it's like waking up going down the highway at 60 miles an hour. That's you don't want to wake up doing that. Anyhow, but I realized, wait a minute, the living man and the Enlegis, the all caps name, can't be the same person because they have different birth dates. So anyway, I put documents into the court that says this, and they have the stamp on them, and that's notice to the world that this slave woke up. Because they're going to do everything they can to make you think that me and I are the same person. Well, I am a man. Me is an Enlegis. Me, they gave to me. This is a benefit because I can't freaking do business without this thing. Because corporations, see, when I go into Costco, what happens? I walk into Costco, I grab a bunch of stuff. All right, if I want to walk out of Costco, they will not accept this. Why will they not accept this? Well, because we had a little crisis in 1933. They will only accept this. This is debt. Or they'll take. Ooh, and I got to be careful on this one because they now put. Yeah, see, I can't do it. I'll just use this side. But this also has that same name on it. They'll take this, which will represent this, and then they'll give me a receipt and they'll let me walk out of their cost. But the living man didn't do business with a living person. The person behind the counter is not Costco, but they represent Costco. The person giving them the money, and it's not money, it's debt, to get out of Costco, I represent this right here. Now, I can use this right here to get out of Costco with my bag of goods and my receipt, or I can use one of these things. And on every one of these, it's going to have your all caps name, right? Okay, that's a dead person, and that person is not the same as you. But when you go into court or when you get stopped by a police officer, policy enforcer, they are going to try and conflate you, make you surety, make you think that you are the same thing. And you're even going to say, yeah, that's me. It is you. But it's not I. Grammar fair, word fair, law fair. I am a man, and me is dead. Why is me dead? Because me died shortly after I was born because they named and numbered the thing that they cut from me and you, right? This is true. And there's code that tells you that this is the case. And it makes me so sad that, what is it? No jellyfish dot XYZ is gone. But Kurt Kallenbach did some great work explaining the fact that, yeah, it's not a joke. They name and number the placenta and say that's the same as you. And then you are this other thing that, and see, it's the all caps thing. And but you are the source. You are the source of all the documents that they create. And then you got to get into the estate and the estate EINs because the thing is dead, and you're representing that, right? You are the authorized representative. You can look on all your. When I sign for this thing, I'm signing as authorized representative. In your court case, you're signing as authorized representative. So in my court case, I said, I don't want to be the authorized representative for that thing anymore. So you know what? You know who's going to be authorized to represent that thing? The lawyer that you assigned me against my will. So he can represent the all caps name. I'm just here as an innocent bystander, as a friend of the court. While you guys hash this thing out. So they decided that I should pay them some money and then I could go home. Because that's what attorneys do. So I said, okay, I pay you some money. I'm going home, but I'm going to make some counterclaims because I don't think I owe the money. Because I think you guys may have committed some fraud here. And it looks like you guys don't even have freaking oaths of office. So you must be doing private business under a military regime that allows you to do this private business, but they don't allow you to kidnap and what do you call extort money. That's not part of the program. But they don't know. They don't know. We have no idea that this is going on until you tell them. And guess what? 99% of the slaves never mention it. Never tell them, oh, I've been kidnapped. Oh, never told them that, oh, they're violating my inalienable rights. Constitutional, you ain't got no constitutional rights. What you have is rights that God gave you. And you waive them constantly or are unaware of them. And you can't stand on your rights if you don't know what your rights are. And equity does not aid. He who slumbers on his rights cannot expect aid from equity. But the bottom line here is that some of us aren't going to slumber on our rights and are going to complain bitterly about those rights being violated. And then, okay, so here's how this process is going to work. Where do I start? First, notice. A gentleman always gives notice. You must give notice. So you're going to notice them. And then, oh, who is them and where are you going to get notice? Well, you might want to figure out what the Military Claims Act is, because the corporation and this whole thing is running under martial law. They just may not have told you everything that was going on there, because you're assuming that this United States thing is the same as USA, and that's one of the assumptions you make. And I'm here to tell you that no, this and this are not same at all. One is a corporation operating de facto, and the other is the de jure, the country that we all thought we were part of, the America. But U.S. corporation, they naughty, and they doing all kind of naughty stuff still, and they're still getting away with it. And it won't be long before things are discovered and out in the open even more than they already are. Because here's the thing: if I know about this stuff, lots and lots and lots of people know about this stuff. This is no secret, I hope. Yeah, what's that? Okay, hold on a second. We'll start right here. Because you got to make claims. Who are you going to make claims against? you're going to make claims not against the courts, because if you make any kind of claims against the courts, they're just going to say, we didn't do anything wrong. I promise. We investigated ourselves and we did nothing wrong. Oh, there are my fans kicking in. Okay. So there it is. You can link it and you can read it. And I can also show you, oh, geez, some other stuff. Let's do this. Now, this is not it. Uh-oh. Here we go. But I just want you to look over this. This is the Office of Military Settlement Creditor Claim Form, is what I'm going to put right there. And I want you to notice the address. The address is Office of Military Settlement, UNGSE, OMS, 305 North 2nd Avenue, number 253, Upland, California, United States of America. I see no zip code there. That may be interesting. So I'm going to put the link right there. Oh, I don't know if that link is going to work because it's going to be too long. Yeah, it won't let me link it. All right, so I will have, oh yeah, it's way too long. I will have to put it in the notes below. But the point is that what they get you to do is send the right forms to the wrong people or send the wrong forms to the right people, but they don't want to explain to you how to make a claim. Okay, and first off, they try to get you to sue. What they want you to do is sue in a court of law. And you're welcome. What they want you to do is sue them in their courts so that they can write more bonds and make more money on you, silly slave person. But they don't want you making claims. So first, you got to make a claim. And before you make a claim, you got to tell them that you're going to make the claim. And you got to give them an opportunity to tell you why you shouldn't make a claim, or, whether they want to make a counterclaim or whatever. I've already put paperwork in that basically gave them my fee schedule, basically told them that I knew that I wasn't in Washington, D.C., and that I wasn't a U.S. citizen, and that they should have known this before they started all this stuff, and that certainly I had already informed them that I wasn't supposed to be surety for the all caps name, etc. And I won't bring claims if you can this, and this, right? Well, none of it, show me a warrant, silly things like that. Show me that I'm a U.S. citizen. Show me that I didn't give you judicial notice. Show me that I didn't have the right of subrogation. Show me that, it's a long list. So, and then I got to wait, right? Because I got to give them notice. And then I got to do 3-step process on this, right? And I've gone over it video after video, right? First, you make your declaration, then you send it to them a second time, right? So you give them notice, then you give them notice of default with opportunity to cure, and then you finally give them a default, right? Okay, so I go through that process, and they're going to default. And then what? And then I can finally put in a claim. So first I'm like, hey, I'm going to make claims. And then I'm like, hey, here's some notices, which I put in. Hey, I'm going to make some claims. Can you tell me why I shouldn't make claims? They stand silent. Okay, because they're not. They can't make counterclaims, and they're going to stand silent. All right, so then you put in your documents for your claims. All right, now you can go through a 3-step process, or more than likely they're going to want to settle. Because if you've already done the other thing where you've taken your notice of default to court, they know that you're going to be able to take that to court, and they don't want you looking up my case and seeing how much I got paid. So they'll probably settle out of court. See how it works? And then all the guys on YouTube can come and say, oh, FOS, right? And I can assure you that when guys get big settlements, they ain't on YouTube anymore. It's as simple as that. Anyway, and sometimes that's part of the settlement, actually, is okay, we'll give you this much money, but don't talk about it, right? And you have to actually sign something and give them your word. And if you're honorable, your word is your bond. there may be some other repercussions coming up for some of these oath-breaking, pedophile-protecting sons of bitches. There's all kind of whispers and rumors that I can't verify. I can neither confirm nor deny. But there's still a chance for the Red Sea moment. Let's put it that way. Anyway, I'm going to quit. It's only been 40 minutes, and I was going to go long, but I got other stuff to do, and I'm going to make more videos more often. So come back and look for them. Look for some links below, and I'll talk to you soon. But I'm telling you, Crime Stoppers, things may not be the way they tell you they are. Some of you know, some of you don't know. But I'm telling you, there's my travel document. Okay. We'll talk to you guys soon. Oops. Sure. Love to. Sure. No problem. Okay. Take it easy, Crime Stoppers. I will put it in the comments below or send it to me. I think my email address is on here someplace. But anyway, that's interesting. I love seeing what they have to say. And I might not get it right, by the way. Send it to me. What do you mean? Let's see here. Here. Oh, here's the easiest thing to do. Go to Crouton Ramon's House of Math and hit the contact link. All right? I mean, just Crouton Ramon. Here, I'll put it right here. Crouton. That's all you need. If you can't get in touch with me with that much information, this may be not the place for you. Anyhow, what was I going to say? I was closing. That's what I was doing. I was getting out of here. But again, I'm telling you, things is happening behind the scenes, supposedly, but it looks like a lot of patriot press. There's a tongue twister. Say it 3 times fast. Patriot pacification is what seems to be going on from a lot of these people, because we know, they know, we know many of the things they did. And now what they're doing is, all right, cool. One of the things they did was, well, right now they're trying to get you to pick a side when it's pretty clear that some guy, we'll just call him BB, made a hit on his political opponents, blamed this other group that he sponsors, and so does United States Corporation, told his guys to stand down, and they killed a bunch of people. They didn't just kill his political opponents, they killed a whole bunch of other people too. So maybe you wouldn't notice that some of them were his political opponents. Okay, last time they pulled this shit, it took years for people to figure it out. It happened in this city called New York, right around the turn of the century. This thing, a couple buildings fell down. Okay, this time they figured it out in a few days. They are doing everything they can to cover their crimes, trying to keep you as distracted as possible, right? Look over here, look over here. But people have figured out, and they are freaking out, because people have figured out, one, war crimes, treason, child trafficking, arms trafficking, drug trafficking. All these people have names and addresses. And see, some of them very foolishly used this technology. Now they're using BlackBerries and trying to be on a private network. But if they don't think that they can tap the private network, they're being silly. There is no, like Proton Mail. Really, guys? Really, you think the government can't read your email? Yeah, they have to spend a little more effort, but there's nothing they can't read. There is no encryption that they're going to give us that they can't crack. See, I was signing off, and then you threw me off, bro. Anyway, but the idea is that now they're trying to cover for it by starting a big war. And they want you to pick a side. Look, this side, they slaughtered babies. Oh no. Oh, look, this side, they're slaughtering babies. Oh no. They're all slaughtering babies. And we slaughter babies every fucking time we go to war. Every time. There's never been a war where babies didn't get slaughtered, including the good wars. World War II, World War I, babies got slaughtered. A little less in World War I, believe it or not, because they were still doing troops fighting troops out in the middle of fucking nowhere in trenches and so forth. Not so much total warfare against the civilian population, but plenty of civilians died in World War II. World War I. Many, many, many more in World War II because we went with total war after that and every war since. They just admitted that, oh, we got one guy. We probably killed 400 or 500 civilians, but we got the one guy we were going after. Really? So how many of those civilians, those what's the word they're going to teach you to use? It's collateral damage. That U.S. Military, not USA military. Those are U.S. Marines. Those are U.S. Navy. That's U.S. Army. That's U.S. Special Forces. That's not USA Special Forces. That's not USA Navy. That's not USA military. That's not USA Air Force. That's U.S. Air Force. Not same. See, and that's the thing. They try to get you to assume same. And if you knew ISIS, Ra, and L, who they were and what they stand for and who they serve, you might not be so quick to choose a side. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you one more time. I was signing off. Wasn't I signing off? I'm going to tell you one more time. This is the easiest fucking choice you're ever going to have to fucking make in your life. Nurture children. Harm children. Pick a path. I don't want to hear all about the spiritual bullshit. Nah. Nurture children. Harm children. That's it. You're on the right-hand path if you're nurturing children. You're on the left-hand path if you're harming children. And don't give me bullshit about how you had to harm, in order to get the bad guys, you had to harm the children. Fuck you and your mama too. These paths are easy. War is not the way to go. This is very evil people chuckling that they can get us to kill each other. And right now, from what I understand, these people are practically at civil war. We got, see, and I bought lots of paper for this and a pen. This way, the motherfuckers have to actually watch the video because they're AI and listening can't do it. But these guys right here were supported or started out with, right? Okay. So now by these guys right here, and now these guys right here are fighting those guys right here. And then these guys right here and these guys right here are fighting. And then these guys right here are fighting. And then they're trying to get us to pick a side. And then they're trying to get all of us to get involved. And U.S. corporation just voted for more war. By the numbers that they're giving us, it's thousands of civilians have perished in retaliation. Really, do you believe that, like with us, all of our defenses, we couldn't scramble a jet. These guys couldn't scramble a freaking attack copter. It took them 5, 6, 7, 8 hours to respond? Okay. No. The answer is no. The answer is, yeah, this was this in the Middle East. Simple as that. All right. So the evildoers are doing evil. And it's up to us to stop the crime. How do we stop the crime? We spread the word. They are in full panic mode. Holy crap. All of a sudden, we got all kind of stuff going on over here. Same guy? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the point being is that you spread the word because we know about this. We know that they're doing this. One, because they just love it when we kill each other, but two, because if we're doing this, maybe we'll forget about this and we won't hold them accountable for this because so many people have gotten uh, this because they did this. All right. So this number is interesting because 3 is coming up. Infant mortality is up by 3% for the first time ever. But the idea is that it's an easy choice. War does not include the right-hand path. War, you're already on the left-hand path. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't some times when there is time for justice. And see, that's the other thing. They try to confuse us with justice and vengeance, because vengeance is not ours, but justice is ours. So there are some people that need to be brought to justice. And it appears that this may actually happen because a lot of the people that are responsible for the problems that are going on in our country right now, and that would be these guys. Uh-oh. Hey, I'm making a video. You're early.
Not early. No.
Okay. Anyway, okay, so now I really got to quit.
You can keep going.
And this will be my co-host eventually. Want to come over and say hi? No, okay, fine. I was just explaining that here is the problem. And many people know that this is the problem. They have infiltrated us at all levels and are making all manner of problem for us. So there are those in the military, and like I said, those are the guys you're going to make your claims with. So happy. Anyway, that those are the guys you're going to make your claims with, because, like I said, they're not telling you what's happening and who's in charge. And the guys that are pretending to be in charge, if you take a look, don't have oaths of office. They're private corporations. Turns out you're also, well, you're not. This is a private corporation that is a franchise, and you're your own bank. Oh my goodness, what does that mean? So there's a lot of videos, and I'll put some links and so forth, but there's a lot of videos that I got to cover, and I got to make more of these videos more often. And I think this is about perfect because it's just about an hour, and we'll call it a day. And I'm probably going to delete this one also because I'm not happy with it. See, and this is the thing. Like I said, in the past, if I took a take and I didn't like it, I just delete it and start over again. And then I do video after video. And so you'd only see one video, and that video might have 7 or 8 takes. This is take 2, and I don't like this one either. So I'm probably going to delete it. But anyway, take it easy, Crime Stoppers. Spread the word. They're trying to trick you. Things are not what I'm telling you. They're not what you think they are. There's a lot of actors, and the actors are playing everybody. Like, people have figured out that, oh yeah, that there might be a mask involved with the guy that, the saying, that dude who can't put a sentence together. But they're also playing the other guy. Because that's not the other guy. And they're also playing his wife. And they're playing, I mean, they're all actors. And if you go take a look at the inauguration, take a good look. Take a good look at the video there, and just play. Like, I always like, when I watch movies, I always like to spot continuity errors. There are about 1,005 continuity errors in the inauguration. Go take a look. Just go look. You're watching a play. The play is for waking up ones who have a hard time waking up. And you can help by just spreading the word. Just let them know, hey, things may not be the way you think they are. All right. I'm going to leave this up for a little bit, but I'm going to delete it for sure. Take it easy, Crime Stoppers. We'll talk to you soon. E pluribus unum.